Hi YouTube, Darth here. This is going to be a relatively quick update this week for the community test environment, as there was one major piece of news and only a few other minor tweaks. With the fall patch off to certification, Dice LA is ramping up onto production of the holiday patch. So let's get to the topic of the week. I'm sure you've heard of this from literally every Battlefield YouTuber at this point, but yes, Noshahr TDM is back. Kind of. Dice LA has put Dragon Valley back on the community test environment, and in this iteration they've introduced a reproduction of the TDM portion of Noshahr Canals from Battlefield 3. Not everything is in the exact spot, and there is still polish work to be done, but the general layout and flow is very similar. Now, I wasn't one of the players who played this non-stop in Battlefield 3. I'm not one of the purists who is going to tell you how half a crate is missing, a lane isn't the exact same, how there is a gap here or there, or how the map is generally larger than it is in Battlefield 3. There's a lot of people that love Noshahr and are already hypercritical of the reproduction to the point of me questioningly raising an eyebrow. Playing a number of matches over the course of this weekend on its Dragon Valley spiritual successor, I can tell you that the map is in general pretty fun. The basic concept of the map works well for TDM, as no team is easily trapped and there's a lot of close quarters action. To a casual player of the progenitor, it certainly feels similar and is similarly fun. It's still in early development and a lot can change. DICE is actively soliciting feedback and nothing is permanent. There's a lot of work yet to be done, so expectations on the first iteration of the map need to be realistic. I have a feeling this will be pretty popular, as the MAA is getting another nerf. Mostly. Multipliers against certain types of vehicles were modified downwards. The MAA now does 40% less damage against the transport helicopter, the MAA does 40% less damage to ribs, had its damage modifier against attack boats tweaked from 0.25 to 0.18, and in a surprise twist, the MAA now does slightly more damage against jeeps, up from a 0.5 multiplier to 0.6. So if you're attempting to torpedo the MAA with a cartload of C4, you might be slightly less successful than before. A 0.1 multiplier change isn't going to have any difference if the driver isn't paying attention, and not much even if they are. Two bits of small news this week on the everything else front. DICE fixed the collision issue on Operation Locker, and more importantly, it sounds like DICE is introducing an aim assist setting for servers on console. I don't have a CTE console server in front of me to verify, but that sounds like rented servers on consoles will be able to turn aim assist on or aim assist off. That definitely sounds interesting, but as a PC player, I'm not sure how that's going to play out with the controller. But I'm sure the console players can chime in for me on that one in the comments below. Finally, I wanted to talk a bit about Dragon Valley and the TDM update this week. Dragon Valley is more than a couple of crates and ledges. There's a whole other map that we should be looking forward to here with Conquest TDM and, for the first time, Rush. This past week, a lot of attention was given to the community test environment because there was new content. And that's great! But the CTE is also more than just the new content releases. In the last few days, there have been more players on the CTE and more scrutiny given about a TDM map remake than the entire fall patch. A patch which, mind you, rebalances vehicles in a very significant way. While I love that the community attaches to new content, I would certainly love it even more if this kind of attention to detail was paid to changes that we will all be living with here in about 2 or 3 weeks. As for what DICE is bringing next to the CTE, they've not yet said beyond the other bits of Dragon Valley. That's it for this week's CTE changes. What do you folks think of the map revamp? Are you excited for the Dragon Valley reboot? What should DICE tackle next? Be sure to comment below. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time, YouTube.